Myself and many others have been asking Tesla for a one-time transfer of full self-driving for quite a long time now. Tesla and Elon Musk have said for a while that full self-driving was going to eventually be auto steer on city streets and actually full self-driving, either level 4 or level 5 autonomy, for many years now. And what we have today, while impressive, is only level 2. It has not reached what Elon Musk has said full self-driving is eventually going to be. So many early supporters of full self-driving who purchased the technology and didn't actually get to see the fruition of it on their vehicles thought it would be fair if they could just get a one-time transfer to a new vehicle purchase for their early support. Well, that opportunity is finally here. It's the first time Tesla is ever doing something like this, but there are some caveats we have to talk about. It's not perfect, but I'm still pretty excited about the opportunity. So during the Q2 earnings call, Elon Musk said that Tesla is going to give a one-time transfer of full self-driving to owners that already have it on their car if they want to upgrade to a new vehicle.
Yeah, this is a question we get asked a lot. We're excited to announce that for Q3, we will be allowing transfer of FSD. This is a one-time amnesty. It needs to be you need to take advantage of it in Q3, but or at least place the order in Q3 within reasonable delivery timeframes. I hope this makes people happy. But we're not going to do this is a one-time thing. Okay.
Now, their new vehicle needs to be ordered in Q3 with reasonable delivery, whatever that means, meaning you can't order in Q3 and then take delivery 2 years later and get free full self-driving. You pretty much are going to take delivery of your Tesla in Q3 or shortly after Q3, which we're already in Q3. We're 2 weeks into it, so you really only have 2.5 months or so to take advantage of this. So he stressed that this is a one-time deal, and in the past he said they absolutely will not be doing this. So things have changed before. You never know if this will come about again, but again, I think it's very fair, especially if they find that hardware 4 is significantly better than hardware 3, or maybe hardware 3 can't actually deliver the promises that Tesla has given in the past. Total speculation, but possibly we could see this again in the future where Tesla says, okay, well, we were wrong, hardware 3 isn't doing what we thought. You can do a one-time free transfer to get a hardware 4 vehicle and use full self-driving on that one. Now, if you are thinking about getting a new electric vehicle, it's good to know how much you're gonna have to pay to charge it, and you should check out this free EV calculator from DroneQuote, the sponsor of today's video. DroneQuote will help you figure out how much you're gonna pay to charge your EV, and guess what? If you're thinking that's a little too expensive, you'd like to pay less, DroneQuote can also help you get an amazing quote for solar on your house by sending out a licensed drone pilot to help you get quotes from local installers, find you the best price, get you the best service, and even come back after the job is done to make sure that that install was done right. Thank you to DroneQuote for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check them out at the link below. So is it time to upgrade your Tesla? Well, prices are pretty decent in my opinion, at least historically for different Teslas, and especially let's say you have a Model 3 from 2018. Now, it's not a bad car, there's nothing wrong with it, it's not super old, but at the same time, in those few years since the 2018 Model 3 was produced, there have been a slew of improvements. The batteries that come with the Model 3 are bigger, the top range is higher, you now get a heat pump, you get the new Ryzen chip, so all of your infotainment will be much faster, and if you haven't used the Ryzen chip, honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but if you use them back to back, the old chip and the Ryzen chip, wow, it is night and day, the difference in that chip. It is a lot faster. Say you're going to a Model S, X, or Y, now you're talking hardware 4. As of now, Model 3 doesn't have hardware 4, but Model S, X, and Y are all coming with hardware 4 today. So you'd go from a hardware 3 vehicle to a hardware 4 vehicle. You do not have to pay that $15,000 for full self-driving. And if you do have full self-driving on your car, I just checked mine tonight, Tesla's website does say that the value of your FSD is considered in the trade-in. I think they only give around $2,000 or $3,000. That's what most people's estimates are, but still it's better than nothing, and you get to transfer it for free to your new vehicle. Now, the exact conditions of how this is going to work are not known yet. The employees at Tesla still don't even exactly know the details of this. They heard it along with us on the earnings call, so try not to blow them up too much because there's not a whole lot of detail on exactly how this is going to work, but it is going to work and maybe extend it a little bit past Q3 if it takes too long to iron out, but that's what we have as of today. Now here's kind of the negatives of this. If you are thinking about a Model 3, as of today, like I said, Model 3 does not come with hardware 4. So you'd be trading up to a hardware 3 car. Not that there's anything wrong with that. As of today, hardware 3 cars can use full self-driving beta, and hardware 4 cars still don't have access to full self-driving beta. So as of today, hardware 3 is still technically more capable than hardware 4, but that probably won't last for much longer. And either way, it's not going to last forever. There's also, of course, the upcoming Highland refresh of the Model 3, which the details we are not sure about as of today, but it is coming. It'll be here eventually. And who knows, outside of the refresh bumper, front and back bumper, and hardware 4, who knows what else that's going to be bringing to the Model 3. Lots of things saying the car is going to be more efficient, so maybe more range. I don't want to get too much into speculation of Highland in this video, but you will be getting a pre-refresh Model 3, and Highland could be coming as soon as Q4 or Q1 of next year. And, you know, maybe it's still worth it because you get to do that full self-driving transfer, but it's definitely something to consider. Now, another part of this, if you currently have ultrasonic sensors on your Tesla and you have full self-driving, you'll be upgrading to a car without ultrasonic sensors. Now, I haven't experienced this yet myself, but I've heard the park assist on the vision-only cars with no ultrasonic sensors still isn't as good as the ultrasonic sensors. On top of that, you're not going to have summon, you're not going to have smart summon. And so you're missing some of these features that you have today simply because your car is missing some hardware. Your new car is missing hardware that your old car has. Now again, you'd be on hardware 4 if you're talking S, X, or Y, and those things will come eventually, but are you okay waiting for them to come when I guess you're not paying for full self-driving, but you're transferring it to a new car? It's just all of these things that you have to consider. Also, do you have to trade your car to Tesla, your full self-driving car? Do you have to trade it to Tesla? Or can you sell it to a third party and Tesla will simply remove your FSD from the VIN and then move it to your new car? But that's kind of sketchy because what if you lie and tell, like, say Carvana, oh, it has FSD, and then it gets removed later? I don't know, that would be weird. My guess, there's no facts up today, but my guess is you'll have to trade your vehicle into Tesla. Now, a lot of people say, oh, Tesla gives the worst trade-in prices, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes that's true, but not always. In fact, right now, for our Model X, Tesla's trade-in offer was awful, but for our Model Y, I just check it sometimes, their trade-in offer is more than any other website I've checked. So sometimes Tesla does give you the best deal. You have to really shop around and make sure that, you know, whoever you're trading to gives you the best deal. But it's not just a fact that Tesla is giving you the worst deal. Now, what about people that recently upgraded? I'm sure there's a small number of people, probably not very many because FSD is so expensive these days, but a non-zero number of people that had FSD and in the last 6 months, let's say, traded in their FSD car and bought FSD again for 15 grand. Hopefully there's something for them where, you know, they can get a kickback on that or some free supercharging miles or whatever, but that's not going to be great news for them. I don't think it'd be a lot of people though. Honestly, I feel like most people would be opting for the $200 a month and not paying 15 grand for FSD just because it's so expensive, but there's probably a few people that's happened to. And then other people are thinking, why don't they just give you a one-time transfer, put it on your account, and be done with it? Whenever you're ready to upgrade, you upgrade, and you can use that token to bring your FSD to the new car. I actually think this is the best way to do it and really what Tesla should have done. Of course, there's some people thinking Tesla is pulling a demand lever here and saying like, hey, it's time limited, get your order in, we need to push all these cars, especially again because of Highland. They want to clear out their Model 3, their pre-refresh Model 3s, and of course Highland, I'm talking as if it's fact. It's not fact, but it pretty much is coming. We've seen lots of spy shots of it driving around in California, and there's other leaks and things. But a lot of people are thinking this is mostly just to get owners to kind of upgrade and kind of get rid of some of that old stock, which definitely could be true. But I would really appreciate it if Tesla said, all right, here's your one time. Thank you for supporting us and paying for full self-driving back in the day. It's way later than we thought, but here's your one-time transfer. It's on your account. Whenever you upgrade to your Cybertruck or refresh Model 3 or whatever you end up getting, you can bring your FSD over. So as of today, that's not how it's working, but I think that would have been a lot better way to do it, and customers would have really appreciated that. But overall, I'm excited. I'm glad Tesla is offering this. There's a lot of people in the boat of like, they kind of were thinking about upgrading, but they have FSD and they don't want to pay $200 a month for something they already own, but they don't want to lose it, so they don't want to upgrade, and they're just kind of sitting in this limbo of like, maybe I'll upgrade, but not really. This is going to push them over the edge, and I do believe Tesla is going to see a lot of orders from people who have, you know, slightly older Model 3s or Model Ys that are like, okay, this is kind of pushing me over the edge. It's worth it to kind of take advantage of this deal, especially since it's a limited time. Personally, for me, I'm tempted. I did the math, and my car payment would go up less than $100 a month for a brand new Model Y compared to the Model Y I have today, and I'd get to bring my full self-driving over. I'd have hardware 4, but Cybertruck's coming and I have it reserved, and if that wasn't a thing, I actually probably would jump on this deal. But because Cybertruck is coming, I reserved it the night of reveal. I have full self-driving. Hopefully they honor the price like they said they would back then, because my full self-driving price will be $7,000 rather than $15,000. I think I'm just gonna be waiting for Cybertruck and trading my Model Y for that. If I knew Cybertruck was, say, 2 years away or something, then sure, I may take advantage of this deal. But for me personally, right now, I think the best is to just continue to wait for Cybertruck and trade for that. But let me know your plans down in the comments. I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of this and be very happy that they did. If you have any questions, leave those down below. I will talk to you down in the comments, and you will see me in the next video.